A lot of people want to see me fail, and it ain't gonna happen. You know, it ain't gonna happen. I'm who they've been looking for. Appreciate it.
They told me bust out my AP. Perfect time, man. Got them bags up on my neck and stay shining. Let's get it around my dream. Chase and climbing. When they got that new man back, I stay grinding.
And they go to Saxon out of the backfield. He's got two tight ends blocking on the outside. He's got room. It is the first touchdown pass in Shedeur Sanders' career.
When they got that new man back, I stay grinding.
Skip Bayless, a sports talker on the Arenas podcast, he set the record straight about Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders is who they've been looking for over 50 years. And we're also going to talk about Shedeur Sanders is the Cleveland Browns franchise quarterback. And lastly, the Cleveland Browns can win this game this Sunday against the San Francisco 49ers. We getting ready to talk about it right here on Sports Talk with B. Watts. Do me a favor, do me a solid. Hit my like button, subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. Place a comment in the comment section and let me know, do you think the Cleveland Browns can beat the San Francisco 49ers this Sunday? And lastly, hey, share this video to one person if you don't mind. Let's get ready to talk about it right here on Sports Talk with B. Watts. Let's go.
Can't wait to read all I've sold. Can't wait to read. I can't wait to read.
Skip Bayless of the Arenas podcast talked about Shedeur Sanders is the quarterback that the Cleveland Browns also been looking for over 50 years. God dog, Skip, 50 years? Hey, but I agree with Skip. When you look at Shedeur Sanders as a quarterback, he's been professional. You can see his leadership skills because when you look at how they have handled the quarterback situation, that's the Cleveland Browns, Kenny Pickett. They chose Kenny Pickett during the offseason to be their starting quarterback, but he came up with an injury and they shipped him off. Now, they went to Joe Flacco. First 4 games, they traded him off to the Cincinnati Bengals. Then they went to Dillon Gabriel. The last 6 games didn't go too good. He came up with a concussion, and that came and led us to Shedeur Sanders. He relieved Dillon Gabriel in the Baltimore Ravens game, and now he started his first game this past Sunday against the Las Vegas Raiders, and he came away with the win. Now he's getting ready to make his start at home against the San Francisco 49ers. This is a winnable game, and I believe they will come away with a win. But the media, the mainstream media and Cleveland media is still not satisfied with Shedeur Sanders. They say he's overhyped. They say they can't see what his fan base see in him. Well, that ain't hard to figure out what we seeing. You see, we watched Shedeur during Jackson State, this me personally, and Colorado, and we don't see the things that he can do at that quarterback position. Yeah, with a less talented team. So when you hear Shedeur says, hey, I done did this before, and I'm who you've been looking for, I can change your franchise, because he done did it in his previous stops. Jackson State, he changed that franchise. Colorado, he changed the franchise. So now he taking it up to another level with the Cleveland Browns in the NFL. If a person have done it before, don't you think they can do it again? Yeah. See, you trying to kill his character. Man, listen, when you listen to Mary Kay, man, we wasn't thinking about Mary Kay. Who was Mary Kay before Shedeur came to town. She should be thanking him. Okay? Tony Grosser. Who in the world knew of Tony Grosser before Shedeur got to Cleveland? They should be thanking him. Wasn't nobody paying them no attention. They getting the clicks, they getting the comments, and they getting the views every time they mention Shedeur Sanders' name. And they know that. They profiting off of him. Because ain't no other quarterback gonna come through there and do that. When they was talking about Dylan Gabriel, how much attention did they get? When they was talking about Joe Flacco, once again, how much attention did they get? They talking about Shedeur Sanders because Shedeur Sanders bring that light to the Cleveland Browns team. There's a lot of people out there ain't interested in Cleveland Browns. We just interested in Shedeur Sanders because Shedeur Sanders got favor. He got favor by God. That's why you can't hurt him. That's why that dude stand up in that paint and do the things that he do and say the things that he say because he got favor. He got favor. And ain't nothing they can do about it because God has always used a single person to expose motives and reveal hearts of an individual who tried to kill another person's name. Okay? When you look in the Bible, think about David. If you know the history and the story of David, okay then. Joseph. Think about Joseph when you hear somebody try to kill their name. Joseph, they had favor. Okay, you didn't like that? Okay, here we go. Daniel in the lion's den. Yeah. Daniel had favor. And Shedeur got the same kind of favor with God because they know they trying to kill his name, trying to kill his reputation. But hey, every time you see Shedeur at a game, when he run down to the field, end of the field, the length of the field, what he do? Go down on his knees and say a word of prayer. Favor. Can't hurt him. You can't do nothing with him. At this time, let's listen to Skip Bayless, and I'll be back.
They sealed the deal. I mean, it was the Raiders, but 24-10 on this one, Skip. I need a Shedeur letter grade on his NFL start.
All right. He is who they've been looking for.
Ooh.
Yep. For 50 years, who they've been looking for. They got it. He fell right into their lap in the 5th round. Maybe I'm not objective. Maybe you can disqualify me, but I was so happy for that young man last night and for his father up in that box. And yet, QBR hated him just the way the rest of the NFL has hated him.
Terrible.
Gave him a 9, 8.7.
Like,
rounded up to a 9.
How?
A 9? Are you kidding me? So let's think about under the circumstances, because QBR said he was pretty awful. I thought he was pretty great under the circumstance. They won 24-10 in his first NFL start on the road as a 4-point underdog as an 2-8 team. So they're 2-8, and I know the Raiders are even worse, but still, it is the Browns. And what did I see right away? I saw Shedeur Sanders set a new tone for the Browns. I saw him pull off passes that went 66 and 52 and 39 and set the tone. And the 52-yarder that we just saw was the play of the day in the National Football League. He's escaping right, rolling hard right. He's got a defender all over him. And he pulled off a throw that Dylan Gabriel couldn't pull off in his dreams. In his dreams, he couldn't dream of making that throw. And it was the kind of throw that brought Myles Garrett up off the bench, and all of them, Jerry Jeudy and all of them, are saying, oh my God, now we got a real one at quarterback. And the two of the big three throws came on 3rd and long. One was 3rd and 8, one was 3rd and 9. So again, 11 of 20 for 209 yards. You say, it's not that big a deal. It was a huge deal because they were tone setters. They were plays made that Joe Flacco could have never made. that they've had 42 quarterbacks now going back to since they came back to Cleveland as an NFL team. So they've had 42 quarterbacks, and this was the first one since 1995 that actually won his first start. So I love the body language of the football team, and it comes from the it factor, the winnability factor that Shedeur was. He was born and raised to be any team's franchise quarterback. And he did seize his opportunity. He will only get better. So I'm going to give him an A- for his first start. A- for his first NFL start.
Love that grade, Skip.
That's great.
Love that grade.
I wish you was my teacher. I got straight A's.
That's Skip Bayless talking about Shedeur Sanders, and he letting them know he's who they've been looking for the last 50 years for that franchise quarterback position. So, family, the only thing I can say is, hey, when somebody asks you about Shedeur Sanders, why is everybody always talking about Shedeur Sanders? Just tell them these words right here. This dude is walking in his purpose. Ain't nothing your words can do to harm him because he's walking in his purpose. Your opinion may get wild. The fans may get louder. You may critique him bolder than anything we ever seen before. But remember, God got his hands on Shedeur Sanders because he's a chosen one. He's walking in his purpose, and ain't nothing you can do about it. What God has for you, it is for you. Can't no man nor woman take it away. Keep walking in your purpose, Shedeur. Keep walking in your purpose. Let's turn it over and pivot to another conversation. All right? The next thing I want to talk about. The Cleveland Browns getting ready to take on the San Francisco 49ers. This is a big game for Shedeur Sanders. This is his second chance at starting at quarterback, and he going to be at home. He done got another week to run with the first team offense, and they should be familiar with each other better than they were the last time. One thing I can say, Shedeur got in his favor once again. He got a defense, a top 3 defense in the NFL. Matter of fact, I believe they second behind the Houston, Texas defense. Anytime you got a defense that playing like that, Shedeur give them energy. They want to go out there and prove it and try to get that ball back to them. Man, I'm telling you, that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing, and that's a positive. That lets you know Shedeur ain't got to be perfect. Shedeur ain't got to go out there and try to do it by himself because he got a defense that he can rely on. Ain't nothing wrong with checkdowns. Take your shots when you get a chance. And the wide receivers, man, they got to run because Shedeur can get that ball to him. Don't give up on the play. Keep running. Shedeur can get the ball to him once he get free. Now, I know the San Francisco 49ers defensive coordinator going to scheme up some stuff. He's seen the way the Baltimore Ravens came out to Shedeur. They not going to do what the Raiders did. See, the Raiders let Shedeur get outside. But I'm hoping and praying that Shedeur step up in that paint and get rid of that football. And I believe he will. You see, another thing that Shedeur going to have to look out for, the play call. I'm sorry. It go back to Kevin Stefanski and Tommy Rees. Will they let him quarterback? Let him quarterback. Let him quarterback. And if they let him do that, they should beat the brakes off the San Francisco 49ers. Because what I seen from the San Francisco 49ers Monday night, that didn't look that good to me. The quarterback just coming back off the injury. He threw 3 interceptions. Put Shedeur in a favorable position. Let him throw the ball on first and second down. So when you get the third down, it won't be third and long. It won't be 3rd and 10, 3rd and 15, 3rd and 20. In that kind of environment, it's hard for a quarterback to be successful. No offensive coordinator got to play for 3rd and 20. There's no play on that sheet that he can call for 3rd and 20. What Shedeur will have to do what he been doing. He got to make a play. Coach Prime say a quarterback got to make 2 to 3 plays out of a game for that team to win. On his own. And we know Shedeur can do that because we've seen it at Jackson State, we saw it at Colorado, and we just saw it last week. He can go off script and make 2 to 3 plays if he have to. But he shouldn't have to if the offensive coordinator put him in a position to succeed by getting rid of the football, run draw plays. I like the sweep. Shedeur getting up under the center, pitching the ball back there to the running back. I like that sweep play. I haven't seen that in God knows wins in NFL nor college. I like that. Give him some screen plays. That can loosen up the defense. That can loosen up the defense if you throw some screen plays in there. You can do more than one. You can do about 3 or 4 more. 2 per quarter. It'll loosen up that defense so they won't try to blitz him so hard. Because we know that's what they're going to do. Because Shedeur's still young. He's still young in the NFL. He haven't seen all the defenses yet. But if they prepare them right, they can walk away with a win. And I believe they will. I'm telling you, Shedeur Sanders is built for this moment because he's chosen. He's chosen. He don't show poise. He don't show leadership. And he been professional at all times since he been a quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. You heard him right here on Sports Talk with B. Watts. Do my favor. Do my solid. Hit my like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. Hit that notification bell. It'll let you know whenever I go live or drop a video. Once again, thank you for watching Sports Talk with B. Watts. I come to you by the digital airways of YouTube. Until next time, peace.
Wizard.